Good morning and welcome to our meditation. Today is the 17th of July and I would like to read in Proverbs chapter 14 verse 2. Whoever fears the Lord walks uprightly, but those who despise him are devious in their ways. It's the way we walk that will show if we fear the Lord or not. And Jesus is going to say if we love him or not. It's the way we are walking today that demonstrates that if we are disciples of Christ or not. We have the same idea of working in a devious way in Proverbs chapter 2 verse 15, whose paths are crooked and who are devious in their ways. The opposite of walking like this is walking in righteousness. Walking with God is walking in a righteous way. Jesus in John 14 verse 15 says, if you love me, you will keep my commandments. It is as simple as that. Every time when we keep his commandments, we are proving that we love him. The love of Christ in us will help us to keep his commandments. If we don't, it's because the love of God is not working in us. Jesus said to the church of Laodicea that they were actually neither hot nor cold. You cannot be not hot, not cold, and belong to Christ. We are either hot or cold. Something in between, it's not good at all. That's why Jesus said, I'm going to vomit you from my mouth. And it's not surprising that Jesus in that church was outside knocking at the door. He hadn't entered the church yet, or the church had to put Jesus out of their lives. And he was outside. Where is Jesus in your life? If he's inside your life, then you keep his commandments. It's the love of God in us that will help us to keep his commandments. So every healthy tree bears good fruit, but the unhealthy tree bears bad fruit. That's a positive way of saying things. If my life is fine, I will know that everything is all right because of the way I live. In the second part, in verse 18, I'm reading Matthew chapter 7. Verse 18 says, a healthy tree cannot bear bad fruit, and an unhealthy one cannot bear good fruit. If you are good, you cannot bear bad fruit, but you can only bear good ones. Why? Because it is the result of you being attached to the tree. As Jesus says in John chapter 15, if you remain in me, you will bear good fruit, and you'll be called my disciple. That's what he's saying in John chapter 8 verse 31. Jesus therefore said to the Jews who had put their trust in him, if you continue in my word, you are truly my disciples. If you continue in my word, it is as if you keep on walking in my word. You started walking and you keep on walking in me. Then you become my disciple. You are my disciple. You are continuously walking in Jesus. And that's when you are going to bear good fruit. So there is no way you bear bad fruit if you remain in Christ, because Christ is not bad. He is good. And it is his love that is going through me, and that becomes the fruit. And if I go back to Proverbs chapter 14, verse 2, whoever fears the Lord walks uprightly. When do I walk uprightly? When I fear the Lord. When do I become a disciple of Christ? When I walk in him, when I trust him, when I keep his commandments. Now, this is how we can be sure that we know God, if we keep his commandments. To love God, to walk with God, to know God. The one who says, I know God, yet does not keep his commandment is a liar, and the truth is not in him. But whoever keeps his word truly is, in that person is the love of God brought to fulfillment. This is how we can be sure that we are in him. How can we be sure that we are in him? Because of the fruits in our lives. If a tree, I've got 3 apple trees in my little garden here in Urt, in the French Basque country. If a tree, the only one who's bearing fruit, saying, I am a good tree, but every time we go there in September, October, and we realize that the apples are terrible and bitter, they're horrible, that tree is not good. Although it looks nice, beautiful, and people say, oh, your apple tree is really nice, but if the apples are horrible, the tree is horrible. You can only be good if Christ lives in you. And when Christ lives in you and you keep his commandments, the fruits will be good. God bless you.